okay today. We're going to get started here in just a second. I'm not meaning to be mysterious. I had nothing to show for this project yet. It's very much brand new. So I figured we could just kind of do it together. So that was the idea. I hope you're doing okay today, though. I know it's been a bit since I've been doing videos. Mostly just life has gotten really busy. And I actually pre-recorded probably like 5 or 6 videos because I had a bunch of trips and stuff like that. And I thought I would get ahead enough, but I did not. So I mostly posted while I was gone. And then when I got back, I didn't have time quite to get back in the video. So hopefully this next week I can get more consistent again. But yeah, thanks for your patience. All right, well, let me go ahead and get everything up and running on my side. And show the video and all that kind of stuff. Okay, cool. But I hope you're doing okay today. Let me know where you're watching from. I always enjoy knowing a little bit more than just me talking in my basement, but happy to do that as well. But yeah, let's see. Let me get everything situated, and then I'll switch my camera over and everything else. But yeah, today basically what I'm going to do is just code or not code, design. Which I don't feel like I'm a great designer. It's more about thinking through the structure today. And the project we're working on is a new kind of like free project that I'm doing about Astro, called Advent of Astro. And maybe you've, seen these kinds of things. Let me switch over before. So, hey everyone. Yeah, hopefully maybe you've seen these kinds of things before where you like do a challenge during the month of December. That's kind of the idea. So if I come over here, there's like, I don't know, Advent of JS, Advent of CSS, and well, maybe these are both the same thing. This is CSS, this is JS, this is JS. I don't know. Either way, basically you can do different like challenges. And so it's like all month long, 24 challenges. That's kind of the idea. Now, I don't know where this started, but certainly the most popular one is Advent of Code, which is done by a lot of people every year. And it's basically like algorithmic puzzles, and there's 24 of them. I've done these before. I really enjoy them. I think I've gotten to like day 7 or 8, and then I usually get tired. So, hey, Betty Paul, welcome. So this is kind of the idea of what I want to do for Astro. I've got a domain and everything. I just have yet to do anything. So I figured one of the ways I will make myself do something is just do a stream on it. So that's what we're doing today. I don't know how much I'll talk. If you really want me to talk a ton, let me know. But I'm happy to answer questions and stuff like that. Yeah, so I'll just jump right in. All right, so I've got, this is kind of my Astro course landing page design stuff that I did a while ago. Obviously, I changed a decent amount of this, and here's my Advent of Astro. And you can see, true to form, I've done nothing, just like I said. So let's come over here. The first thing I want to do is just start to like explore. So there's a couple sites I look to a lot, like mobbin.com. The idea here is like you can say like, I want to look at card elements, and it like shows you specific cards. Now, I don't have a personal account with this. I do use this sometimes for work stuff, but anyhow, you can't see all these because I'm not paying $10 a month right now. But the idea is like you can say like, oh, I want to look at different card components. That I can show you that, or I can come over here and say like, let's look at certain categories of like, I don't know, education, and it will show me educational related things. So again, here like landing pages for education, and here's Duolingo's landing page as well. Certain UI elements. So like if I come back inside here, you can look at UI elements. And again, if you have Pro, you can look at a bunch of them. So probably the most useful thing is like the actual like flow of how stuff happens. So here they're saying like, here's how you complete a lesson, or here's how you like run out of hearts. Like here's the flow they're doing. And that can be really useful when you're actually trying to plan out like the UX of stuff as well, not just like getting UI up there, but actually make something work. So anyhow, so we may look at this a little bit. Also come over here. I think what I'd like to do is just look for like video course, something like that. And we might do more thinking than actual designing today, but I do want to have some kind of video somewhere. I'd also like to have some kind of tracker. So I was looking at this actually just before the stream started. Like I like this idea of some tracker. I'm guessing this is just using like session storage or something. I've yet to determine if I'm going to have people log into this or just have it be like, I mean, it's basically going to be self-serve anyhow. Like here you can check like, am I done? Yes. And when you get to the end and you say like, I'm done, then you can just say like, you know, let me share this and like, I'm done. And it checks off stuff. So that's probably what it'll be like. Whether or not it'll be like need a login state and all that kind of stuff, I haven't decided. I'm not going to charge for it or anything like that. I probably will like mention my course on the site, but and give people a discount if they want to do that. But anyhow, yeah, I'm not totally sure. So that's kind of where we're at. I think what I want to do is start with just sketching out like a basic landing page design. So yeah, so there's like a wireframe plugin that I've used before. I don't remember what it is. Sure, let's say that's this one. Interesting. What is this going to give me? Oh, nice. Okay. So this is for like text. This is not, I think, what I've used before, but that's okay. We can figure that out. Let's come back over here and try another one. And if I can't find it, then we'll just do it ourselves. Wireframe. Let's try this one. Oh, cool. Okay, so here's kind of what I'm thinking. I want to have some kind of form state if we have a login. So can I do this? I guess not. Okay, whatever, get out of here. Let's just do it ourselves. All right, it's not super important what this looks like right now, but I do want to have some kind of landing page. And here we're going to have like at least a title, Advent of Astro. And some kind of graphic over here, like exactly what it is isn't super important to me. But I want to explain like what this is. So we'll have some kind of description. And then I want to have probably like where did I see this? I saw this like rotating cards of challenges somewhere. I think it actually may have been over here. On one of these that I was looking at earlier. Like this kind of idea. Maybe it was under Skillshare. I don't remember. And obviously, like I don't have a paid account, so this is not very useful right now. But yeah, you can like I said, the flows I think are the most helpful. But again, I'm not really showing those off right now because I don't have this as a paid account. I don't want to do this for one project. So I'll have to kind of roll my own right now. That's fine. All right, so let's just grab a bunch of these. And the idea here is these are going to be like lessons that that are kind of like previews. Make sure this is inside here. All right. So some kind of title, some kind of description. We should probably have a button or something. So let's have that. Actually, let me just back out of this. We'll say button. Hey, welcome, XYZ. Good to see you. All right. So let's come inside here. Let's fill this with something. Sure, that'll work. All right. Just to kind of get a sense of like what we're going to be doing in here. Obviously, this looks bad, but that's okay. And then below here, I think what I'll do is actually have probably some kind of like, the idea here is like this just shows you the kinds of things we'll be doing in the like course. It's just like a self-guided, like how much you know about Astro kind of thing. But I could see, like, I don't really need somebody to sign up for this, but just trying to think what else I could see on here. So I want to save that. But let's look at like, see if I can get some ideas of what else we want. And let's actually look at some of these things. I should probably have a, yeah, that's a good point. Okay, even though I don't have like a sign up section, I should probably have something like this. And I'm kind of thinking there may be some benefit to having people sign up in some form, like optionally if they want to, even just to like send them an email or something like that with the day's challenge. Otherwise, I know how these things go. You like sign up for something and then you forget about it. So I probably do need to have some kind of mechanism that encourages people to engage. Again, this is going to be free, so it's not like I'm trying to make money off of this. I just thought it'd be a fun way to kind of break down Astro for people. Hey, from Finland, welcome. We're designing a, like, mostly like thinking through a project I've got going on called Advent of Astro. So that's what I'm doing. Who's this for? I don't know how much this is important. I probably do want to have some kind of like FAQ section. Is this the same kind of thing? Yeah, I don't know that I want this much text on here. So, and then Advent code is like notoriously has nothing on here. And then just text. But so anyhow, it could be helpful here. But that's more like challenges too. I'm not like, you're like sending challenges around. I'm not trying to do that. But so maybe we have some kind of like sign up down here. I think here I would just have like a link to like, not sure what I did there. Some kind of link. Oops. Can't type today. Why is this thing? Can I underline in here? I don't know. Mark that it's a link, or you can like click off and see stuff like that. Okay, so I think that's kind of the basic idea for the landing page. Obviously, I've got to actually design something, but these would be like lessons. Can't I like give this an arrow or something? I don't know. I forget how that works there. Okay, anyhow. All right, so that'll be at least like the idea of the landing page. Let me actually switch over here. We should probably actually get a size that I can use since I wrote one for mobile that's supposed to look like desktop. Actually, let's just grab all of this. One of the things I really like in Figma is this Command K thing. So you can just like K4 and it just sizes everything up, which is really nice by 4 times. And it shows it over here. You can't see it when I don't do that, but it's like a scale function. So anyhow, if you didn't know about that, there you go. Don't learn too much from me about Figma though. Okay, landing page over here. Let's now have like some kind of like sign up. I think I want to have kind of top level. The sign up would be it may be login. It may just be like, send me an email. I want to be contacted each day about this or whatever. Just to like get the next challenge, what it's about, that kind of thing. Then we'll obviously have an FAQ page, since I already mentioned that. And then I think what we'll have is just like, just like a lessons page. And this will have all the lessons. And then like the number. Now, one thing I need to think about is if I want this to be multi-year, like if I want to do different ones each year. So that's something else to think about. So I might actually like prefix these lessons. So like 2025, something like that. And then whatever they happen to be. But I think for now, I'll just keep it here. And maybe if I did that at all, it would just be under this lesson number, where this would be like 2025 and 2020, whatever. Actually, probably be like this. Lesson 1, lesson 2. So let's kind of think through those flows. This one's going to be fairly basic. I'd probably have some kind of like email me or sign up here. And then I'm kind of like not trying to design this at all, because otherwise I get stuck in those kinds of details, and I really need to think through everything first so I can kind of see shared elements and that kind of stuff. I'm sure there's like better plugins than just me dragging frames around. But that's what you get with a developer. Okay, cool. So I'd have something like this, some kind of like rectangle, with like an email. This would say like sign up or email me or something. I kind of feel like if they're going to give me their email address, I should save their progress, just so it's not something they have to like always be on the same thing for. But I don't know how many people are developing like desktop stuff on multiple different machines. I don't know. Maybe I should handle that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. All right, over here, this would be just like explaining what you get. Actually, let's just come in here. Where's my... Oh, let me open this up over here. Okay, cool. All right, I have this voice thing I use more often than not to write text, so I don't have to type. Explain why you would need to sign up and think through sharing privacy stuff and anything else related to the flow. Oh, that was dumb, but that's the idea. Now I don't have to type. I've used that a lot actually recently, and oh, interesting. It thinks this is the proper noun. Anyhow, so this would be the idea here. Probably out of here as well. Let's make this a separate thing. Down this way. Just keep moving down. Let me mark this a little bit, at least like the idea. No, let's just keep it separate. Okay. But once they sign up, I probably want to have some kind of confirmation. So here I'd probably also do something where I don't ever remember these shortcuts. Let's talk through what's going to happen. When somebody signs up, they should receive a confirmation email that they have to click to receive emails from me. I can show a pop-up on this page that will explain all of that. Something like that. Okay. So then I would come over here and this would say like confirmed. And then lesson 1, I would think. Okay. All right. So then the idea here is, let's talk through this. When somebody clicks the link in their email, it brings them to this page and explains what they've signed up for and links to the very first lesson. All right, that'll work. So some kind of confirmation page. These FAQs down here. These will go one after the other. All right, cool. And then at the end, I'd have some kind of like pitch. All right, I think that should work. Do I want anything in a nav bar? Maybe we should think through that as well. So we'll call this like nav. Would think I'd want to have like a home. This would basically take you back to like lessons. So we could have like a logged in state or something, like the non-home page. I guess this would be the case for all of these. And some of this depends if I gate this or not behind a login. I don't know. I just feel like I don't want there to be any obstacles to this because I'm not trying to get anything out of this. I just want it to be useful. And I feel like if I put like require you to log in or create an account, it's going to discourage people from participating. So I think fundamentally feel like this should not be locked behind some kind of login, even if it's free. And we can have an optional like email. Okay, I think I've settled on that. So let me come over here. We're gonna call this like basic principles for the course. It's not really a course, but all right. So let's start with one. Let me just talk this out. I don't want to prohibit people from joining, so I think giving an email should be optional. Cool. I'm sure there's a way to not have to like manually do this in Figma, and I think I used to know, but oh, okay. Let's come down here. Actually, I think I can just what else do I want to think through? As far as storing data, I need to think through whether or not I want to handle those who have signed up with an email separately from those who haven't. I think overall, my preference would be to treat everyone the same way just to keep it cleaner. But as far as the mechanism, I basically have two options. One is I use session storage, but I would need to make sure to gate that to the year that they did, just in case I did multiple years. The other one would be using AstroDB and actually tracking like the video state and how far they've played and those kinds of details that I couldn't do easily in session storage. I mean, I guess I could, but okay. What other thoughts do I have? Can I just go back here? And yeah, okay. It's just a lot easier to like talk this kind of stuff out, especially if you're the world's most verbal processor ever. Okay, cool. So let's come in here. What else do I want to think through? I think overall, I feel like this one makes more sense if I'm not going to be requiring a login state for everyone. Anyhow, for those who give me their email address, I will email them each day with that day's challenge and a link to it. I probably need to explain how I'm storing data for everyone. I also want to link to my course and provide a hefty discount. I could optionally decide to give people a greater discount the more they do. But because it's self-reported, people would just probably jump to the end. So I shouldn't announce that. Like if you finish every single one, I don't know. I think it'd be kind of cool to like, you know, my Astro course is only $80 or something like that. Merry Christmas. So yeah, that's cool. I am going to probably do the giveaway thing I did last year, which is when you get near Christmas, you can like send people a custom landing page that says like, hey, I want this course, buy it for me. And has a custom discount and stuff like that. So that'd be kind of fun. Okay. Yeah, that should work. Okay. Anything else I need to think through? I want users to be able to track their state, even if that is just manually. And it should pull from session storage or AstroDB to mark where they've been. I think in addition to like each individual lesson being tracked, I want to show some kind of global tracker. I do think I also need to think through whether or not I want people to code on the page or not. Like, do they just need to do this themselves and self-report? Or is there some kind of like tracking mechanism for whether or not they performed some task? I don't think I want to have some kind of tracking system. Now these are just going to be like ideas for the course. I went way past principles. Okay, so back to my nav. I think over here we'd have some kind of lessons. I think it'd be kind of cool to say like a progress bar or something over here. Maybe. Probably have some kind of like trigger here about getting daily emails. That could be optional. Like if they've already signed up, I can store that somehow in local storage. It's probably something I should think through. Yeah, let's do that. I should also save whether or not somebody has signed up for this using local storage or session storage or something. And that way I know whether or not the user has emails and I can show that or hide that in the nav. Hey, Simon. Hi, Christina. Welcome. Okay, so that's kind of the idea here. Let's now actually do what I said we're going to do anyhow, which is to design some stuff. So I want to steal this as some kind of like inspo. I do a course landing page. See, I don't know that it needs to be this serious. This looks like I'm trying to sell something. I mean, I'm obviously happy if someone buys my Astro course, but that's not my main intention in doing this. I think it's just like, it'd be a cool way to onboard people to Astro. That's all. This is kind of the idea I had for these tiles, so let me steal this. All right, let's come back up here. Not that I don't like my boxes. I don't know, I kind of think they're cool. But I should probably use this instead. That's the vibes we're wanting. Okay. All right, let's come back over here. And see where we're at. I think I might be done soon. But we'll see. Okay. Oh, I like this. Kind of tracking where you've been. Thing I think I need to think through is like, I like this idea down here too. Okay, so I'm going to steal some of this as well. Just grab some inspiration. know what these mean, but you can go to day to day. Do I want to do that? Well, kind of like this, because you're talking, you could like click into different days. That's a cool idea. I don't know if there's enough to show some kind of dashboard. Ooh, should I have ranks? I don't know, it's all self-reported, so what good is a rank there? But I like the idea, like showing code in here. Yeah, some of that's kind of cool. It's taking too long. Just scroll. I don't know that I really want it to be mobile friendly, but I probably do need to consider obviously the landing page and all the basic pages like that, but why is there a random heart? Okay. I like the vibes of this one. Like the dark theme. All these are so light, you know. This probably should be honestly light mode, which might be the first design I've ever done. Light mode, but what does this look like? I don't know that I really want quizzes or things like that, but I mean, I guess I could have like an optional quiz. But you have to wait till like the next day to see the next day or whatever. So these should also be time locked. Okay, so I think I have some inspo over here of kind of where I want this to be. Let's come back to this page. That at least gives me a starting point. So probably I want some kind of like video here. This would explain what the challenge is, what they need to do. I don't know what I would use for this. Probably like Mux, honestly. I guess I could do it on YouTube, but then I don't know. Number one, I have to embed a YouTube video in all these, which will slow the site down pretty significantly. But I think more importantly, yeah, I don't know. I think more importantly, if I do that, well, yeah, I want to be able to update stuff, and I could do that easy in Mux, but not really in YouTube. How much do I really want to do that? I don't know. Anyhow, we'll figure it out. I don't know how much it'll charge me there. I don't want to be paying a ton of money for this free project, so it like blows up. Hey, welcome. Okay, so that's kind of the idea here. Then down here, I'd want to have like a bunch of different options. So we could have like code blocks, like text explaining. I want to have docs, a solution with a video, ideally. When am I gonna have time to do any of this? I have no idea. Don't think about it. It's fine. It's gonna be great. I want to have tabs probably across the top here. So that's something else I want to think through. But I like body content here. Okay, let's go back to my inspiration. Code preview, game settings, attached files. I don't know if I'm gonna like host these. I would just probably throw them on GitHub. But kind of wonder if these shouldn't be top level, these tabs. All right, so like let's say we came up here and like did this up top. Why did I do it this way? So up top here, you could do something like challenge or explainer. I don't know. I can't spell. Yeah, something like that. And then maybe you could have like resources and solution. So I think what this should be like challenge. Yeah, I think that works. Okay. So resources, actually, maybe this should just be challenge solution. Resources could just be like links of videos and stuff like that even. So we could have videos, like articles, documentation. I think these should be like non-Astro, like non-official. Because the whole idea here is like, I don't want it to like shame people for using docs. Like, why would you not use docs? So something like that. Okay, so then down here, what would the challenge need to include? Maybe that's what I should be thinking through. So these are tabs you click on. I also want to have some kind of like, I don't know, circle or something over here showing your progress. So, well, what else do I need to have on this page? Let's think through that. So let me steal this. Need on this page. Day of the, or like challenge number, which happens to be day of the week or day of the month or whatever. If you're doing it live, your progress. What else did I have over here for inspo? Oh my. Yeah, this kind of thing. So some kind of nav bar maybe? Transcripts. Ooh. I don't think I'm going to do like comments and stuff like that. Just, I don't want to have to moderate. Like ideally I set this up and don't have to do anything with it. But I'm already cognizant that like this is a fairly, like it's going to take me a lot of time to do all this, especially if I'm doing video explanations for all this. Something like that. Okay, now to other challenges, your progress, like for the month, is the idea here. Okay. So let's switch this out for like challenge content, code blocks, text explaining, docs, and then I need to have like GitHub link if that's needed, and then some kind of like checkbox of some kind. Clues after how many days? I like the idea of clues. I'm not sure I understand what you're saying though. So these would be like standalone individual challenges, and I haven't super talked out everything I'm thinking. So maybe I should do that while you answer. But yeah, the idea here is it's 24 challenges about Astro, starting from really basic stuff like, hey, create a component that has a slot, that kind of thing. I don't know how basic I'll start, but all the way to like a more complex challenge that would basically be giving you a UI and saying like, go make this. Or like build out a content collection that does this and this and this. So it's just like little challenges each day. So I would link to docs. I would have my own video like explaining it. I don't know that I like this tab structure because I think this will be confusing. So let's do this. I think what I should do is have all this challenge content here. And then if I have some kind of tab, it should be down here. I don't know what other resources I would have. I think I should just include resources here. Let's simplify this. Resources. Similar to Web Dev Daily. Yeah, I guess, in the sense that you have like daily challenges and stuff. It'd be more similar to like how this advent of CSS works, advent of JavaScript, where you have like daily challenges. You can't look at the next one until the next day. And then once all 24 are unlocked, you can do them any time of the year. I probably wouldn't make it super Christmassy themed just because I don't want it to like feel like it's gated to that year. Although I mean, it's a cool design. Yeah, like Web Dev Daily, the IO. They also have challenges like this. Oh, look, there's my account. I've not submitted any of these, but I've done a lot. So you can do like UI challenges, projects, and you basically just like select one of these. Here's community solutions, which I probably wouldn't do. Some kind of project dashboard. My solution. Okay, so resources. Okay. Where are these buttons? I don't know, but anyhow. Yeah, this is the idea. But I want to show my solution, not their solution. So yeah. But yeah, so it's more like a step. Every day you get one challenge and you complete that challenge. So you can almost think about it like this thing here. Like let's say each of these for 6 days. And this first day you do stuff and you check off, I've done it, or whatever. And then when you've done it, oh, why isn't this? Here we go. Yeah, so like I've done it, and then you click next and it takes you to the next day. And there'd be some kind of tracker here. And the idea is like I'd set up a particular challenge, like something's broken in this Astro code, fix it or whatever. And once you think you fixed it, then, hit check. I want to make it easy. So like I probably should have some kind of like use, Stack Blitz or something like that. I'm not really totally sure, but like a way for you to do this online, CodePen, something that would have Astro support. Yeah, I think there's some fun things we could do, and I think down here, then I should just have like my solution. And maybe what this does is it just takes you to like a page that's like lessons 2025 one solution. And it just has a video explaining what I did and a link to my code. I kind of think maybe that's the simplest. I think I just need to think through this as real simple UI patterns. So let's do that. So maybe yeah, we have like a video here. Something like that. Let's add a couple other ideas up here. I think there should be some kind of online code solution, whether that's CodePen or Stack Blitz, so that people don't have to download code if they don't want to. Basically, the idea is that I need to remove all the friction possible. Ideally, if they can type it in the page, the better for the simpler solutions. I think there's also like this idea of like, how complex do I make this? I think I need to think through complexity so that I know whether or not, or, let me erase that. I need to think through complexity so that somebody could just start like the first day or two and have a sense of whether or not it's for them. If I start too simple, I think it'll kick off a lot of people. If I start too difficult, it will be too difficult for people. So maybe I can even have different tiers, but then I would like double or triple my work which seems like something I would do to myself. So I need to think through that. Yeah, it would be more like challenges. By the end of the time, I'd probably have, like, I think I might have the last week be like building a project. But it would be more like individual challenges, like how to do this particular thing in Astro. So that way, like, you could dip in and out of the challenges. You don't have to do them all. If I make them all connected, then you have to do them all or it's useless. Like, I'd rather it be like, oh, I skipped 3 and 4, but I want to do 5 today. So I do want them to be disconnected. So that's probably another kind of like principle or idea I should put in here. I want each day to stand on its own so that people can come in and out of the project as they want to. Yeah, good question, Flowmark. So yeah, these are more like individual, like, how do you do this in Astro things? And ideally, like, I can expand upon this going forward to where, like, you could have multiple different levels. Like, maybe I start this year with a very basic level. Next year I add a more complex level. So maybe these aren't grouped by year. I'm not really sure. But yeah, so it could be by complexity. We could also do something like Astro challenges for React devs, or, you know, that kind of thing, where it's like, how do you do this thing that you can do in Next.js? You know, so I think that's another idea. But again, like, already now I'm ballooning into like 6 versions of the same thing. So I gotta protect future Chris. The guy can't handle it. So, okay, so I think that's kind of the idea. The last thing I'll do is just, like, I should have some kind of, like, this would be day 1 or whatever, you know? And yeah, this is just like a landing page with all the days. And then, like, these would be grayed out if they're, like, not accessible yet, depending on the day. Because this would be time released the first time at least, and then after that it would be, you know, released whenever. So, like, in UTC, is it like after or before this particular time kind of thing? So I don't know, I think it can kind of gamify learning Astro. That's kind of the idea here. And then if somebody wants to sign up for my course or whatever, fine. But, like, I think I'm more interested in more people coding in Astro. This isn't really an upsell for my course. It's just more like, I want people to see, like, Astro's fun and it's enjoyable to work in, you know, that kind of thing. So, and there's lots of cool projects out there that I think could benefit from this kind of style. So it's like, learn Astro in 24 days. That's the pitch. Probably should say that. So there's like a, yeah. Yeah, because I mean, the idea is you're doing individual challenges, but kind of secretly you're learning Astro, basically. What is this huge fat thing here? Okay. Thank you. These are lessons. Wow. I wouldn't have known that without that. Okay. All right. So I think at least I have a pretty good idea of kind of how I want to do this. And I've got a lot of thoughts over here. And we've got some inspiration. So I didn't actually get to designing anything, but, like, the architecting of what this is going to look like is massively helpful now. So that when I get to designing, I'm just designing elements that I already know, like what they should look like, where they should exist. So I think we're kind of moving in the right direction. Okay, well, I think I might call that it today. I got to get to work and do some stuff there. So yeah, I hope you've had a great couple weeks. Sorry I've been so silent. Hopefully I'll be back soon. Tuesday. I've got a bunch of cool videos. It's not for lack of content. It's just for lack of time to record the content. So that's been a busy stretch, but hopefully, I think starting today, things are semi back to normal. All right. Thanks. I'll catch you next time.